Yo, motherfuckers, we up in this bitch with a very special guest with y'all dusty, crusty, musty asses. Don't forget the lusty asses. Them my favorite. Chris Jones is in the building. We about to go on air. Pre-show shit for you motherfuckers. Brother Jones brought Brother Brandon up in here too. Big shout out to Brandon. And they will be guest hosting because Ramon is not on the land. But Brother Jones, you got something to say to these motherfuckers for the pre-show?
We don't know what's gonna happen. I'm excited, terrified, mortified, stupefied, petrified by Warren Phoenix Johnson.
That's right. All right, cool. See, that's a clip right there. Boop, boop, pew. All right, y'all. We about to go on the air. We see you motherfuckers on the other side.
You're listening to
Bastards All Day. Bad Waves is a radio show based in reality. And the views and opinions of Bastards All Day. Bad Waves is a radio show based in reality. And the views and opinions of on-the-air personalities do not represent Q4 Radio and are solely for entertainment purposes. You see, this broadcast includes bastards with adult language, bastards with adult themes, and bastards with partial nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Pete motherfucking. So if you're a nigga with ass delicacies looming in your crusty head from dangling participles and real shit, call the show directly or turn the channel. You.
I ain't driving down the highway, yeah, so you better go my way. Top down, laid back, rolling in the party. Yeah, you got some coke? I brought the Bacardi. I'm a joker, I'm a kidder. Fire out my mouth, I'm a real dope spitter. Tits hot, kiss my time. You sour like some bitters. Big got deep, cause you ain't in the picture now. My homies rolling gold blunts, yeah. They stay rolling gold blunts. Gucci fact is I'm more bougie than a motherfucker. Flashy. Now watch me ride it like I got the cover. Yeah, it's photo. Flick of my wrist, watch the game unfold. So sit up. Meant to drop a track or something y'all can smoke to, but play it in the club. Y'all be bumping too. Yeah. Y'all be bumping too. Y'all be bumping too.
All right, lovely technical difficulties just got us started in the most incorrect way. Luckily, I do improvisation, take a class at Comedyplex, and we are about to just get this party started while this ignorant ass computer does whatever ignorant ass computers do. Let's see if it does a thing.
Don't care what.
Oh, there it is. So let's pretend like that never happened and just keep this party rolling.
I'ma be the man, let you cash straight. I'ma be the dude sitting here acting ultra rude, banging my head, acting look like a fool. Yeah, got the boys in the corner, talking grams like they foreigners. With the clip, homie, back up off of it. Swag on Sinatra, you gon' love how I spit now. Yeah, rolling Tesla to the party. Sparkles in his ivy, a little Bob Marley. Forget the grandma, get the f out the party. Two-faced like Harvey, I'm the star Zavi. Handsome ass Dan, fun by you winner. Snowing like a holiday, cold as December. Winning gold like I'm Sean White, bro. Put pass on the half pipe door.
Just wanted to put it down for all the fans that came out. I know coming to pipe and doing my thing, it was great.
Pass on the half pipe door.
That's what thinking.
Beloved gang, baby.
That's right. It is 11 something on a Thursday. That means it's time for you to hop your ass up, knock the crust off your eyeballs, throw some water on your dusty ass for these bad waves. And you guys, those of us again who don't click these ignorant ass links or follow these ignorant ass links to watch us live, you cannot see that Ramon the Savage Slayer is not in the room right now. But instead we have two very special guests. We got our dear friend Chris Jones, and our dear friend Chris Jones has brought none other than his cousin, Big Bad Brandon.
Bars. Brandon's got bars.
Oh, Brandon, you rap?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he
make music.
does.
Yeah.
Oh man, you need to send in some music.
Oh, okay. I got a lot of cussing in it though.
You know what? We might figure out a way to work around that. I don't know. And that's not for everybody. I'm not saying, hey, everybody sending your cussing ass music.
Yeah.
But I am saying that maybe we could figure out a little way around that. I mean, some people have heard their own edited music on there and being like, oh, how'd that happen? I don't know. The magic of things you learn in quarantine. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a really wretched quarantine, but I did have to teach myself to audio edit, as well as beat off with my left hand. It behooves us to hone our skills in times of tragedy. All right. With that being said, we have to introduce Chris Jones in the most appropriate way because Ramon is not here. So now Chris Jones will have to take on Ramon's role, his coveted seat. And so this is how we're going to do it. He is Chris Jones, also known as Chris the Audience Slayer Jones, a.k.a. Don't Stop Jonesy. Come on, Jonesy! Yeah!
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 Yay!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah! Hey! Cause you make me feel my homie Jonesy! My homie Jonesy! My homie Jonesy! Makes me feel alright! I say yeah! Yeah! Woo! Okay, now calm it down now. Now, I'm sorry to just throw you in the fire.
No, I'm glad you didn't do the Chris Jones Who.
No. Sorry, that's really dated. Not like this 80s callback is in Ireland. That's only because Jonesy, you know we love you, Jonesy. All right, let's keep these intros going. My name is Warren Phoenix Johnson, but the correct pronunciation of my name is the Big Bad Warren Phoenix Johnson.
You guys like that shit?
Like this game?
The Asiatic black man backhand on business. And speaking of some of this business, let me tell you how it's going down today. We're going to roll into our new segment, a little segment we like to call You May Have, because you may have heard and you may have not. Then we're going to roll into the Hockamon Hookup, where we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs. Then we're going to roll into the ins and outs, relationship advice, where we crack open a novel of one of our love lives and realize that Chris Jones is also known as Chris Bones. And then we will not go into Ayo What Man. That is a segment that some call trash talk, but the streets know it is prophecy. Before we move any further, Brother Jones, tell us something about the last 7 days you had, or you as well, Brandon.
I just got paid a lot of money to pretend to be Drake on stage.
That's right. Tell us about the process, Daddy.
I have an agent. They tell me where to go. I'm a hypnotist professionally. That's my job. I hypnotize people. But this school, that'll go nameless, said, we want someone for our Drake theme. We have a graduating class of 300 people, and they love Drake. And they booked me 4 or 5 months out. Then the Kendrick beef came out, and they're like, is he still going to come? Like, I was like, oh, I will come. I will be there.
Okay.
So last night I performed for them, and they had a good time. And
wait, you did his songs?
Oh, all of them. All of his songs.
That is so cool. That is so
I did
cool.
10 Drake songs in like, I don't know, 4 minutes. Just you know.
Oh, like a mashup?
Yeah. I got a really big team. They need some really big things. I need coming with no strings. I need some really nice and I was like, these are the words, guys. He's gonna rhyme boat with moat. Kendrick has nothing on this rhyme game. Boat, moat, bloat.
That is crazy. And somebody probably wrote that for him.
That's really sad.
That is super sad. And he paid somebody to write that for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's live.
But then I'm pretending to be the man who pretended to write the rhymes. So,
hey,
a circle of life. We all just got to eat.
Hey, man. It's true, man. And, you know, as it was once stated in the movie Paid in Full, everybody eats.
My man.
So wait. Let me hold the phone for you, big dog. Pause. You only did 4 minutes?
Oh, I gave them an hour, but for 4 minutes, the audience was thrilled. I was like, I'm going to be a personality. I'm going to ask the audience questions. I'm going to do a little hypnosis. They weren't having that. The highlight of their year was when I put on the hat and I go, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. And they're like, oh, Drake. Just people crying, falling out of their chairs.
Crying and falling out?
It was a beautiful thing.
300 people?
Yeah.
That is insane.
When there's so many people in a room and like the room is hot, like they don't want to laugh anymore because like it's just hot, no more energy. Yeah, it's one of those rooms last night.
Bro, that is amazing.
It was fun. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, not to kiss my own ass and why, but like I have definitely been paid to do like some of the silliest and most ignorantest things that one could not imagine.
I'm here because you don't have shame. I want that to rub off on me. I get embarrassed so easily. Really?
That's insane. I actually don't. I can't. I can't see it.
I'm comfortable in my skin, but like there's definitely guardrails on either side, and you don't have that. Are we ready for my Warren Phoenix Johnson story?
You know what?
Just one?
Yeah, I mean, this is the time where we exacerbate the talk at the top. So if
there's no fat in these stories, folks. This is... All right, if you haven't tuned in, and you should, I look like the rapper Drake. I look like skinny Drake, Drake who got COVID, Drake who started at the bottom, never left. Routinely, the comments online are like fake Drake, Walmart Drake. So we go with my friend Matt Gerard to Six Flags. We're having a great time. Warren Phoenix Johnson is there. And, you go to Six Flags as adults, you have all your booze in the car. Mm-hmm. So we were drinking in the car, and then we come back into the theme park, and the whole group's ahead of me just a bit. I stopped for Jimmy John's. And so they're like, Chris, come on. Like, when the line is so empty, but there are people still just doing the zigzag. And they're like, Jones, just duck under. Just duck under and go. There's like 4 or 5 people just sprinkling around. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. I go under. Warren Phoenix Johnson. Oh, Daddy! Oh, Drake cutting the line! Drake, what you doing at Six Flags cutting the line? Drake, you ain't got no flash pack, baby! Oh, he cutting all y'all! Drizzy! Hey, It's gonna cost you $5.
Oh my God!
Remember that time you got cut in line by Drizzy Drake? And I was
He
like,
set you up like this.
do you even remember this?
Not
This is just a
denying it.
blip on your radar. You're like, no, that sounds like me.
No, it was a classic one. It was a classic one. I was talking to Sean Chantel this morning. Sean Chantel will sometimes hit me up in the morning before the broadcast, and like kind of because there's a part where people are asking questions, and so Sean will hit me up and be like, "You ain't ready for what I'm gonna do today with these questions." I mean, I got something for you today, and I was like, "Oh, Chris Jones gonna be here." You remember Chris, right? And he was like, "Oh yeah." He was the one that when we was looking for when we started drinking in the line. He passed me something, and then I got caught by the lady at the top of the line. She saw me drinking, and I looked at her face and said, "Say something, ho."
My man.
And he was like, "Man, if that was me, I would have told on me." I said, "Then Sean, you're gonna have to sit there and wait for security to get there. By the time you got on the roller coaster, dude then gone and left, realized he wasn't even a problem. Security show up, and then they be like, 'Why you let his drunk ass on the Batman?' You know what I'm saying? Now you in trouble." No, you wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have said a damn thing. Just like that intelligent woman. Shout out to that woman.
Respect.
So yes, I do remember that.
I'm glad you do. One more story. This doesn't have anything to do with you, but like the concept of people throwing up on roller coasters, right? That happens so much. I don't even think they would call security. I did a post prom last week, all right? And so I'm performing. I have people hypnotized, legitimately hypnotized. I'm in the bleacher at a high school, and I'm about to do my first routine, and the bleacher just clears out. People are like half run, half high step out, and I look, dude is vomiting into his hand, trying to keep it in. It just pouring out everywhere. And the lady who hired me, she's like, "Hey, what do you do now?" I'm like, "Well, people are already cleaning it up. I'm just gonna wait till it's all clean. I'm just gonna, start the show after it's all clean." She's like, "But," I was like, "I didn't do that, ma'am." I didn't even look in his direction. I'm a good hypnotist. It's like, this isn't the show. I don't go, "All right, sleep, vomit." Like,
sleep, vomit.
pay me.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. If we gonna have Chris Jones and Big Brandon in here for the rest of the broadcast. They are our co-host or guest host. They're gonna be flying the plane. So definitely, you already see what type of show it's gonna be.
Brandon hasn't told his stories about me. He's been on the road with me for 15 years. He's seen me at my drunkest, highest, sloppiest, most embarrassing. Just shows where they don't go well. You know, those sweat shows. Yeah.
Those sweat shows?
Where you have the flop sweat shows.
The flop sweat.
Okay, for people who are not Warren Phoenix Johnson, for people who've occasionally had a bad show, Warren has probably never had a bad show.
Get out of here.
No. He's like, "Flop sweat? You nervous, daddy?
Oh,
You don't be on stage sweating."
Hey, I do sweat, but nervous. You're right. I rarely get nervous.
Yeah. So the shows where they just don't. It's just there's no connection with the audience.
Okay.
Or Powers out here B. He'll tell you some stories like that.
Okay, all right. We're looking forward to it because there's definitely a couple of points in the broadcast where you can bring it up. But right now we're about to tell your monkey ass where you can go, or your musty ass. Excuse me. Some people might find that derogatory because they do not necessarily identify as orangutan.
They are not primates.
Yes, but if they do identify it, they may feel as if they're being disrespected because they're trying to call the humans monkeys. I'd like to apologize to everybody for
everyone at the Brookfield Zoo in Lincoln Park. We apologize for this inconvenience.
Thank you. Exactly, Brother Jones. Tell these people, man.
Let them know.
Okay, this is the world we live in right now. I'm going to tell you off mic what somebody said to me at my job the other day. It's like, "We had a special training the other day, Mr. Warren, and I'm sorry for assuming incorrectly about you. I didn't say anything." And then she was like, "That's the training we had." Like, damn, everybody's assuming something. So you got to apologize, but somebody mentioned something. And I looked at it and I was like, "So did you not like this training? You don't seem too pleased with the training. I'm here to take care of kids, not grown folks' feelings."
You respect that, right?
I did. I was like, all right, man, okay. You know what? It's snack time. Let's get the children.
Kids a snack.
Okay, can we get the children they snack now? Okay, do they need milk with this one or what? Like, calm down. All right, man. You can follow us on what is it? Bad Waves Comedy on Facebook. No, it's Bad Waves Comedies on Instagram, and it's Bad Waves. I cannot remember all of our social media. I can't believe
Got
it.
too many.
Ramon is the one who normally does this, and I used to make fun of somebody who didn't know none of these damn things. Man, hell, follow us on
MySpace, right?
Yes,
right.
we are on MySpace. We're also on Farmers Meat.
J-Date, check us out.
That's right.
Yelp, we get 6 stars.
Yeah, we did 6 whole stars. We exceeded capacity of acceptance.
That's the Warren way.
That satisfaction. That is the Warren way. Hey, man. Also, though, definitely tune in to Bad Waves Radio on YouTube where you can watch us. But speaking about watching us, I try to tell people on social media about these damn playlists. And if you do not believe me right now, just watch. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. For the first time today, we are going to break your love.
These streets got me hustling. I can hear it when I'm walking. Dreamed it, now I got it. How could they say it's nothing?
Nah, down south from the man, probably worth 100 grand. They ain't even with a plan. I don't think you understand. I hit a button in Kazam, pushing foreign in the day, wetter than a hurricane, transforming Michael Bay. They get jealous every day. Your jaw drop a down, say business features on the plane, put you in the Mandalay, taking pictures, Sugar Shane. Let you know that it can happen for you if you ever looking for a way. I made it right at the bottom, stacking presents when I got them. Used to microwave a rhyme, and now it's plates of enchiladas mixed with carne asada, celebrating for the times. We ain't never had a dime. Now we look back and rewind, spacing out inside my mind. Now that all the stars align, tell my mama that I'm fine. I just wanna get to live a life that people around me never get to see. Dawg, you ain't gotta worry about my partners. You gon' see them before you seeing me. Yeah.
Got me hustling. I can hear it when I'm walking. Dreamed it, now I got it. How could they say it's nothing? I'll be in the street lights, cruising through the street lights. I'll be in the street lights, cruising through the street lights.
Nah, I'm custom kitted when I back up. Made Gano in my stature, make you wanna put your act up. Speakers probably won't sap ya. Ball like Thugger at the Kappa. Jordan's purple like the Raptors. Biggest name in the Raptors. Make you wanna see your pastor. Bend your face is what I'm after. I don't care what's coming after. I was destined to be ill. Talking numbers by the deal. Turning crumbs into a meal. Live a high like real. When I die, I'ma chill. You can put that in my will. I ain't do it to be known. I ain't do it to be flown. I ain't do it to be on. I just did it so my family know me when I'm gone. Yeah.
Got me hustling. I can hear it when I'm walking. Dreamed it, now I got it. How could they say it's nothing? I'll be in the street lights, cruising through the street lights. I'll be in the street lights, cruising through the street lights.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sally Green. You're listening to Bad Waves Radio with Ramon the Savage Slayer and Big Bad Warren Phoenix Johnson.
session. DJ is so smooth tonight with a new one. Oh, Kazi on a funk track and Mo Fizzy on the top box. Yeah, let's play. 3, 2, 1.
I never see this girl. I never see this girl. Working on the streets. Working on the streets. I never see this girl. Baby girl. Working on the streets. Working on the streets. Hey, follow me. I follow you, babe. I like you like spokes on the Instagram. I hate you like skill, you like cheap. Just you so nice. And you know that, yes you do. I stop me on the street with my love right there. Just for you, you. So give me the right key and tonight we gonna lay for show. I never see this girl. I never see this girl. Working on the streets. Working on the streets. Baby girl. Working on the streets. Working on the streets.
Faites du bruit pour mon gars Kazi dans la maison.
Shake it, baby, go shake your hips so much, move your feet down, move the way I look, she's a freak, she got down, she's on mine with any girl, out of mind, sound, so tight, oh she ready now. Instead of smiling, she'll be dancing all night. In the morning, she wearing a fine. But that body, oh, she's so fine. I don't sky, I don't go loud. She don't eat the well, I told her, ella está en control. I told her one more time, it's over, ella está en control.
Don't be scared. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM, Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Yeah. Come on. Nah. Yeah. Come on. Good for you. God did I with my ass. Proof propaganda, slander, turn profit. I fashion, lifestyle, and logic. And how I relate and connect is more common. What you expect, I'm a fashionable war vet. Took what I knew from the street and applied it. Civilized with mind, good guys, and all wise men. measured beyond the hands of time. While you hashtagging, I'm adding, multiplying and stashing till I'm in another tax bracket. Money grips, stock options, and trade tips. Scrolling, picture me rolling. Executive man, nothing to mess with. Consultations has concluded today's lesson. Accommodated MCing, the nicest in the session. Each move is effortless, no stressing. Yeah. Come on. Nah. Change it up on them. Hey yo, drown the sound and then we down. Styles monumental, imperative and quite essential. Scientists study specifies, so official. Praise or pay homage. Production, I'm a monster. Even nicer with the pen, if I can be honest. Cycle bunny socks, coordinate the pumas. What is shall fascinate consumers? Running up the scoreboard and yank away the dub. Autographs and victory laps around the club. Preserving the art in a major way. On a day-to-day, that's how legends are made. Breakfast of champions, gold medal winner. Lunch on beginners, out of a Pro Bowl for dinner. Out of body experience to get my respect. Squeeze on every set, put the scissors to the neck. Come on. Nah.
If you don't know, now you do. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Airwaves on 1680 AM. Q4.org. Beloved Gang.
Whoop, boop, boop, boop. Skip it up. Skip it up.
We back on the land, Liz Nathaniel, to you. And before we move any further, I gotta tell you what you just heard. We kicked our whole broadcast off with a beloved banger from our dear friend Handsome Ass Dan, also known as H.A.D. You know he representing that squad.
Beloved gang, baby.
Ijima or Ricky Bomb. It's still the gang you run with to run from. And his song was Bounce, Feel It in Your Soul. So big up to Handsome Ass Dan. Handsome Ass Dan has a new one called I'm Lost out. It's a new project. But it's summer. I need some summertime music. I'm not saying that album is not summertime music, but I'm telling you it's summertime, some of the time music. So like, I needed some of that. I needed some more of his, hip hop feel. You know what I mean? But again, don't get it twisted. The brother can sing. So shout out to him for leaning in to the singing, because that is some scary stuff sometimes. I'm gonna be singing at the at my job's talent show. To break up the work from the children and so the children gonna get a little break, and then I'm gonna get my grown ass up and sing. So that's also known as bathroom break. So now we're going to go into what else you heard. GT Garza, Street Lights. Big up to GT Garza. We've definitely been rocking with him. And, of course, always big up to Crystal Poppin, who brought our attention to the brother GT Garza. Then we went out of that into a mix. This crazy mix with Kazzy, Sally Green, and Mofac. It was supposed to be just 305, the 305. And then it had all this other stuff like, you could be my fantasy. So shout out to Sally Green and Mofac and Kazzy. It was a big old mix of stuff, which is, I just couldn't help it. Brother Brandon was talking about it, he's saying it's barbecue music. Hey, you know what I'm talking about, Brother Brandon?
It's definitely barbecue music.
Exactly. Brandon was like, is this new?
It's that skate party music, man.
That skate party music, right. Yeah. You could skate all over the city today.
Sure.
Yeah. I might actually get some skates this summer.
Man, me too.
Yeah, take me a little demonstration out to the lake.
Warren, are you from Chicago originally?
Yes, boss. I most certainly am from Chicago. Originally from the South Side, a little neighborhood once known as the Low End. It is now commonly referred to as Bronzeville. So this is back when so now less people are being murdered and assaulted in that area. They gentrified it.
Facts.
Big shout out to them. I know people hate gentrification, but I also hate random assaults and murder. So, it's really difficult to figure out who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. You know what I mean?
I can't afford to live here, but I like brunch.
Let's go. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. We were talking about Cabrini Green projects earlier, and how Cabrini Green is no longer Cabrini Green. Like, I remember back in the day when you would be up in the staircases and drinking and stuff and smoking our little reefers. Not no more, Billy. Ain't none of that popping anymore. But shout out to the people. Shout out to the city for attempting to do something. And I know at the time, Cabrini clean. Now that Brandon, you just got what we call a don't stop money. That's when you say something that's either like funny or insanely clever. We have to hit the don't stop money button. So shout out to Brandon for sliding up in here like wet soap paws. And in my Ryan Garcia voice, I shall say, no daddy, no daddy. Trying to drool on myself. Pause.
Brandon is funny. He's one of those people you gotta listen to. He introduced me to people are funny too if I shut up. If I shut up, Brandon is very funny.
Oh wait, hold on, wrong button. I used to have that problem until I realized that I wasn't the only funny person around. Yeah. I got into my first improv group and I found myself being very lacking in the just normal conversation area. Because they would just, shout out to FFN, Full Frontal Nudity. They just sitting around. They just be like, yeah, well, then it goes that. But then that's when you slide on a banana peel. And then somebody be like, Ruga, I don't know. And I'm just like, what? Look like, God dang. Because I grew up around comedians. And you know how normal comedians are. They funny, but they just like, yeah, I ain't turning it on.
Right.
Yeah, not them improv people.
Improv people.
Oh, my God.
No breaks.
And I think I told this story one time. We were, I used to tour with this mom and pop shop called Second City, and there was a gentleman who was tired of everybody doing bits, and somebody was knocking on the door, and he was like, "Come on in," and they kept knocking. He was like, "This is not a bit. I'm not doing a bit. Come inside the door." And then they were like, "It's locked, Alex."
Oh, that's funny.
In his face, he was just, oh God. What have I done? Big shout out to Alex DiGiacinto.
Respect.
So, then we heard Mr. Misfit with Master P with one of my favorite choruses ever, because it's insanely simple. Yeah, come on. No.
I like that one.
It was sick. You said he was like a mix of Prodigy and Rakim sound.
Yeah, it was like both.
Yeah, that's a brilliant observation, by the way, because I never thought about it. And when you said it, I was like, damn, I absolutely hear it. Yeah. It's also a really nice compliment. Mr. Misfit, we're going to have him in the studio at some point. He's a super cool guy. Then we went out of that into CK West and Sassy K, When Time Is Yours. I can't remember where they are from, but we ended up linking up with them through one of these Facebook radio sites, you know, where we're posting our stuff, and they click like, and I was like, who the hell like this? And I clicked their demonstration. I was like, oh, this is perfect for what we do. And then we started conversing, and that's how a lot of times, if you end up on the playlist, it's somebody we didn't contacted or contacted us. I don't necessarily go just like, I don't necessarily just be like, oh, I heard that song, now I'm going to play it. No, if I hear it, I got to hit you up. I got to hit you up directly, aside from the fact that these YouTube guidelines or whatever, but we trying to make like a little community, a little worldwide community where we friends with everybody, a blood clot body. And then sometimes it turns out really well. Like some people will, like Frank Joshua's in the chat right now. Frank Joshua on the other side of the pond.
What's up, Frank?
Yeah, and he gonna say something.
That's a really cool name.
Frank, yeah. I don't know if that's his real name or not. Frank, we've been friends for some years. I never asked you that. That's an obvious ass question. I don't know why I didn't ask that. But yeah, no, he's got some great work. He's not on the playlist this week because we always got him on the damn playlist. But because he one of the real ones. Mm-hmm. So you got to do that. You got to do that. I mean, don't get it twisted. I can go down a list of the real ones that people like that will repost and tell their friends and blah, 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 and XYZ, that are artists with great followings and are actually trying to show love back to us as well. So that's why we kind of do it like that, so that we can have some type of kismet and some type of community together. Because this nonsense today, boy, this divisionist ideology that society got us on right now, you can turn on certain podcasts and people will argue at somebody and be like, the color red is great because of this. And the other person says, the color red, no, the color red is great because of that. But y'all both like the color red. Yeah. I don't understand. Where is the argument? So anyway, with that being said, we got to keep this party going. It is time for our news segment, a little segment we like to call You May Have, because you may have heard it, you may have not. Leading the way, because this is on you, Chris. You're doing the news first. Leading the way, like our own comedic unificator. Yeah, I did make that word. It is Chris, the audience slayer Jones, a.k.a. Don't Stop Jonesy. Come on, Jonesy. I said yeah.
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 Yeah. You make me feel my homie Jonesy. My homie Jonesy. My homie Jones. I feel alright. I say yeah.
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 Woo! Okay, now we gotta calm down. We out here wilding too damn hard. Okay, it's going too crazy. Okay, but we gotta do that because Jonesy, you know we love you, Jonesy, Jonesy, Jonesy. You know we love you, Jonesy, Jonesy, Jonesy. Oh, woo-hoo. Now see, that's how the hell you do that. Thank you.
I'm gonna put that as my alarm in the morning. That's how I'm gonna start every day.
Yeah, you can send that to me too.
My wife might leave me,
and I might hate it every time you call my phone.
Jonesy, stop calling me.
No, man. I think your wife is gonna love it because she loves Jonesy. In fact, she'd probably be like, "Don't stop, Jonesy." Okay, Mr. Jones, could you hit us off with your first piece of news?
First piece of news. I got it for you. I got it right here. It's happening. I don't know if you've been following things. That's Chat GPT. This AI is getting real sophisticated.
Ooh, I almost wanted tell on myself about something, but go ahead.
It's getting so sophisticated. Like, Donald Glover dropped an album, right? And so he's talking about using AI to create all these images. Like, you just say anything you want, throw a photo of yourself on there, and it will make a motion video around what you said.
Oh, wow, that's sick.
So I need Warren Phoenix Johnson, top of the, Sears Tower, and then blood red sky, and AI will create that. No. Now I want like a wind in the background and just hissing over his body and to make it look uneven. Like anything you want. Like with the political system moving towards the election.
Yes.
And like people, the prime minister just got a shot at. Like it's gonna be some weird stuff with AI. Like fake news is gonna be the realest thing.
It's gonna be the realest thing.
Like you got creators just trying to create, and then you have people trying to take over governments and elections. I'm intrigued.
Damn. So wait, so Donald Glover did just drop an album.
He dropped the album, and he's going on a world tour, which bless his heart is like United States, Canada, and the UK. But branding is everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of parts of the world.
Yeah, that he's not going to.
But he's got kids and he's got a wife, so he has to.
Yeah,
and he can't hold still. He doesn't just do one thing. He's like, oh, this is my last album. I got to make more movies. I got to be in Star Wars.
Is it going to be his last album?
Nah, never.
Better not be.
No.
It's too much talent.
Yeah, his music video. Have you seen it? The black and white one with the actress from Abbott Elementary.
No.
I don't want to spoil any more for you, but it's I think Bigfoot, Littlefoot.
No.
It's good.
I will definitely. I mean, he's another one that can't miss. So yeah, no, I haven't seen it. So just on some silliness, what would you name like one sentence you would say into Chat GPT or whatever the hell it is, AI, to make
rubber bullets. Rubber bullets.
Why?
Because I have this inner conflict. We were talking about Cabrini Greens and like gentrification. Mm-hmm. You watch these like science fiction shows and like they're like, all right, set your phasers to stun. Mm-hmm. We're going to a dangerous place. Set it. Uh-huh. Police need to be able to go, all right, set your weapons to not kill. Give me 2-3 rounds of non-lethal rubber bullets. And when you enter a domestic situation, if someone might need some space, you got sat down, but you will live.
God, that's a great idea.
Rubber bullets.
Oh man, I wish, and I'm sure it'll be like that sometime, like sometimes in the future. Who knows that they'll be able to set their bullets to make them make up. So two guys are fighting. I can't stand you. Pop up. You know what? I don't know why we.
I apologize.
Like man, you know what? I've been messing with you since Big Wheels, and I'm out here squabbling with you. Okay. Still, we should probably still defund the police. Set it in and like put the bullets in. Talk about some set bullets to Democrats. Pop up. Well, maybe we should fund the police.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know. I'm tweaking. What's your next one?
We were talking about. I got a show coming up in Hawaii, so I was researching. This is the Native Indigenous Cultural Awareness Month, and so like, how America got Hawaii, right?
No, I don't.
It's a crazy story. So we found Hawaii, and there was a queen there, and she said, "What's going on?" Like, well, we want to fight you for this land. And they're like, I don't want my people to get harmed. You can have this land. I will resign the throne, basically. And so that's how the United States occupied and took over Hawaii. And so Pearl Harbor was just going to be a military base. But he's like, all right, we got all of Hawaii now, all your islands.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, it's, a quote-unquote peaceful transition. But Hawaii was the one place. I love it now, but the first time I actually felt white. Like I see brown people, I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And they're like, "No mahalo, no love." And I'm like, I was like, "But we both brown." And when you're a tourist there, and like they can just see that you're clearly a tourist. Or there's like I was in Honolulu. Honolulu is little Japan. Like it is. I've been to Tokyo. It's just little.
You don't say.
Warren Phoenix Johnson. My God. There's a athletic black. There's an athletic black man comedian looking for Asian women.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. My boy Shane is in Japan right now.
Lucky.
He has a girlfriend, but before he did, his pickup line. Are you ready? He's 6'3". This is his pickup line. He just extend his arm and go, high five. And they're like, I can't reach. High five. And then in Japanese, it's like, let's have a drink then. Every time.
And it worked.
Every time.
God, that's great. That's great.
Wow.
You need to learn the sentence.
It's like a cheat code.
High five. Let's have a drink.
I do. You know, and shout out to Asian women.
It's your month. You did it.
Lovely human beings. Yeah, they do great work. And specifically, also shout out to the Mongolians out there. Lovely young ladies. Please continue.
Oh, I love it. No, it's the fact that we're going to spend a month celebrating a group. Like, all right, but you don't want us to do too much, right? Yeah. Like, Happy Black History Month. You better not wear a dashiki if you white. You better not. Happy Black History Month, my Nick. No, don't you do that. So I want to celebrate, this Asian island Pacific month, and I'm going to go to Hawaii and spend time there. But it's like, all right, just can I say mahalo and mean mahalo?
Are you, and that just means love?
Mahalo is thank you. And you ask people from Hawaii, it's hard for them to explain. It's like, mahalo is like, yeah, it's thanks, but it's so much more than that.
Right.
It's like, I appreciate what you have done for me. Like, there's this great expression. It's when you meet someone for the first time. We're meeting for the first time. Please be kind to me. That's how it translates.
Okay.
And like, I bought a car used, and motherfucker, excuse me. Oh, mother trucker, I bought that car. He screwed me over on some rust protection.
Oh.
He was like, you need rust protection.
Wow.
I didn't buy it, but I had to go to the car, and I was like, you just tried to sell me rust protection. Shout out Subaru, Evergreen, 95th, just off Western.
We saying names.
Tell him the hypnotist sent you and said rust protection is BS. Shout out to Asian History Month.
Do you have any other one? Or is that it?
That's what I got for you.
Okay. So we're super cool. This is interesting. We don't always end on time during this broadcast, but I think we may be able to do it because Ramon, who's normally here, shout out to you, Ramon, always comes in with at least 5 different demonstrations. I mean, he is not, that brother's like, I'm about to get mine off today. Okay, so we end up getting a lot of stuff in this part in time, and don't get it twisted. For me, it's a kid in the candy shop because again, I cut these clips up, and so it's just putting just content out. Just hey, look at our mess.
You hit so many things as a comedian, as just a curious person. How many people work at a school, do comedy as a side hustle, full-time job, and call everyone daddy?
Not everyone, but yes.
When Matt Gerard met you, he goes to one of his buddies, hey, do people in Chicago call other people daddy? It's like, no. Okay, so it's just one dude going around calling everybody daddy.
That sound like Matt.
Just grown man, just like, what's up, daddy? Loud as hell in the street.
I heard it a lot during in the 90s, like East Coast rap. Yeah, and it just kind of stuck. It was another one that I got teased for when I used to hang out in Columbus, Ohio during high school was Wody. Because I hung out with a lot of graffiti writers in high school as well, and some of those guys would just say Wody, and it just sounds so slick, and so I was out in Ohio, and I was like, yeah, what's up, Wody? And I swear to you, it was just like Wody, and they're like Wody, and then after that, like low key, one of my nicknames was, hey, Wody, hey, I'm with Wody right now.
You snapped.
Just whoa-y. And I was like, damn it, it backfired. It did not work. But Daddy actually stuck. But until, of course, recently with the Sean Combs debacle, that clip has popped up where he was like, I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, he ruined my bit.
Yeah. He was drunk that day, too.
He was drunk that day.
Drunk.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to transition into Big Dog. I've been calling I got some kindergartners too. I'll be calling the kids Big Dog. And I got some kindergartners like, no, you're the big dog.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
that's adorable.
So now it is kind of cute. So now this particular class, this specific class, when they see me, they're like, Mr. Big Dog, hey, Mr. Big Dog.
When a kid corrects you, but they're not being hostile, it's wonderful. No, you're the dad. You're the big dog.
You're Mr. Big. You're the big dog. Look at you. This really funny kid drew a picture of me, and I was like, oh, that's me. And she's like, yeah, the bumps are your muscles.
Oh, that's cool.
She gets one for that. Shout out to her. All right, we're gonna transition into my part of the news. Now, with that being said, let me hear you go. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. But that still works. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my part of the news. Now this is very hard-hitting news, very provocative news, very critically disclaimed news. And I don't go to any news stores. No. I don't go to MSNBC. I don't go to CNN. I don't go to ABC, D, E, F, G. I go to one place and one place only, and that's WorldStarHipHop.com. If you know the bit, say it. World Star. Let's get into it. Kel Mitchell admits to Shannon Sharp that his wife got pregnant with 2 kids while they were married. And in order to find out about the second affair that she had, he had to investigate. Okay, he had to do some detective work. And it reminded me of one of my favorite detectives, animated detective, which was on Disney, and that's Darkwing Duck. But in this case, I guess he's Darkwing Cuck. Oh, wait a minute. So the song would be like, Darkwing Cuck. You know there's trouble due to a man up in your... No, wait, no, I got it in a bit. Okay, it would go, Darkwing Cuck. There's trouble due another dude up in you. Darkwing Cuck. This chick's banging us. Moving right along. 2 men engage in a machete fight. Whoa. And one loses his weapon after his brandishing limb was severed. Now let that be a lesson. More than football games can be lost with a handoff.
He's hitting y'all with punch, y'all. Y'all need to be ready. He switched it up. You and Darkwing reference to just a good pun. Appreciate this.
Thank you. Let's see what you think of this one.
Use them Dave Chappelle shoulders. I am so cold right now. No more apologizing for being excellent. Let me hit this vape pen indoors.
Oh, that's not what's happening to anyone on the board of Q4 Radio. No. Moving right along. Darius Marcus. He used to play Eddie Winslow on Family Matters. Eddie Winslow is videoed grinding on his transgender girlfriend. What is that woman's name? Sydney Starr.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Now, because of the recording, said former Family Matters star can't ask, did I do that? Oh my God! Wait a minute. So it'll be like when you're lost out there and you're all alone. Darius Marcus can't deny that it's Sydney Starr that he bones everywhere you look. Bang! Now that is what I call supporting your seed partner. Did you hear what Mr. Jones just did? That's why he is Mr. Jones. Closing out. Oh my goodness. Who is somebody blowing me up? Okay, never mind. I don't want to read that one on air. Closing out. Documented idiocy. A woman is caught on police body cam walking out of a store with a register in hand. I bet this bad baby never thought as she was walking with that teal towards the exit, they gonna cash me outside. How about that? Yeah! And that'll do it for me, and that'll do it for the news. A little news segment we like to call You May Have, because you may have heard it and you may have not. Coming up later, we're going to hit y'all off with the Aquaman hookup where we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs. But before all of that, we're going to hook your ass up with some of this music. Now, here comes the internet crapola. You can find us on Facebook at Bad Waves Comedy. I think you can find us on Instagram, I thought was at Bad Waves Comedy. I'm sure, but you can definitely watch us on YouTube at Bad Waves Radio. I love it when Chris Jones hit me with the ba-da-da-da-foo-da. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. Once again, we are going to break your love. Wait a minute, it's supposed to go to the next song. Wait, let me cock back one more time and let this thing go. Break your love.
Yeah, where your bottom say? One man army, this ain't bombed out rap. We still digging in the crates out here. You still get shot in the face. It's still brown, everything. Just pass me the beer. Conectado with my psyche now. Me persino when I'm making brown ancestors proud. Like the sage, new page, new testament. It's looking like the county overpopulated with Mexicans. That's that sound of that brown wave coming. Zapata sounds, that's that Arnold drumming. Respect me like I'm teaching you something. Respect me cause my people out here building pyramids like nothing. Protect the local street food vendors. Apply pressure till they get the message. This my addiction, I don't know nothing else. I'm self-sufficient, so I sign myself. Open for business, I be moving in crowds. A new brown wave, catch the frecuencia. This my addiction, I don't know nothing else. I'm self-sufficient, so I sign myself. Open for business, I be moving in crowds. A new brown wave, catch the frecuencia. Catch the frecuencia. New brown wave, catch the frecuencia. I bring that terror to your squad, they depending on us. Where the Fat Joe, they got you know the way up. I'm that big dog punisher like Big Pun. Don't put me in the same room with chumps, I have them run around the couch. Jigger, independent giant, running laps around your idols when I rock the nation. Than your average Los Angeles graphers. This that underground clash. It's killer with the micrófono. Un poco pocho, no? Like you did on the no. It's a brown universe. This my addiction, I don't know nothing else. I'm self-sufficient, so I sign myself. Open for business, I be moving the crowds. A new brown wave, catch the frecuencia. This my addiction, I don't know nothing else. I'm self-sufficient, so I sign myself. Open for business, I be moving the crowds. A new brown wave, catch the frecuencia. Catch the frecuencia. New brown wave, catch the frecuencia.
Beloved gang, baby.
Sun skies will make it happen now. Haven't told my dreams. It's never like a scene. feeling that way. Whatever I may say, double sound of fail. Hey, everything I claim, everything I be, just another day, another way for you and me. Not a place to stay, another sun, the sky, and to fly higher once again. Now it just takes, we're surfing in the rain.
Don't be scared. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM, Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Ooh, beloved gang.
I got the big joker, the little joker, even got the ace. Big suit Steve Harvey, best dress in the party. Dress code Harikari, yes I designed it. DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate. I got the big joker, the little joker, even got the ace. Big suit Steve Harvey, best dress in the party. Dress code Harikari, yes I designed it. DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate. Pops is playing, swing down, sweet chariot, stop playing. Don't fly zone right here, I'm the man. Like Terrence Howard told you, can't complain. Crown heaven, but it don't move, yeah. Cause we get by, 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 cause we get by, we get by, we get by. I got the big joker, the little joker, even got the ace. Big suit Steve Harvey, best dress in the party. Dress code Harikari, yes I designed it. DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate, DJ change the climate. Only reply to this with emoji flames from the shop. Where pressing really ain't a thing, Master P. I guess you gotta charge it to the game. Throw my card like stars from Shinobi, man. Bring the bill, bring the bill. Ha. And I pay my way, hey. And I pay my way, hey. Bring the bill, and I pay my way, hey. Cause we get by, 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 cause we get by, 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 we get by.
You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM, Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Pop, pop, we dropping bodies in a stick up your punk ass.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We are not sticking anyone up here.
We're sticking this punk ass up.
No, it's a calm collected conversation.
And before we finish sticking your punk ass up,
No, everyone just be calm.
that's right, be cool. You be cool. Before we finish sticking your punk ass up, I'm gonna tell you what you heard. In that particular run of music, which I'm very pleased with.
Let them know.
What is the name? Quest Coast with Frecuencia. Big shout to Quest because he was featured on one of these GT Garza joints that's really, really tight, Neon Lights. He had a really good verse on it, and he didn't do what some people do. He actually said something to me, direct message, and a lot of people sometimes when they're featured on someone's song, they'll just be like, I don't know why or who. Bam, I'm about to just repost. But some people will hit you up and be like, yo, man, how you hear about this? And then you'll build a rapport or whatever. And he was just like, let's go. He's like really down. So I was like, let me see what else he got. And Frecuencia, this song, it had that good old, like we were talking about earlier, that 90s feel, that throwback boom bap.
That's a real nice name too, Frecuencia.
Oh yeah, that first song.
It sounds good to say.
Yeah, it does.
Frecuencia.
Well, Spanish, man. Nosotros hablamos español en los Estados Unidos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah. So again, I work in schools, and this young lady, they have just a Spanish program, and this young lady was telling me how she didn't like somebody who works there. She was like, Mr. Warren, he's dog water. And I was like, all right, man. Okay, calm down. Okay, it's not. Hold
on. Someone said this in English?
Well, she said it in English. She said, Mr. Warren, he's dog water. And I was like, okay, calm down. And she was like, es agua de perro. And she was like, do you know what? And I started laughing. And she was like, do you know what that means? And I was like, water of dog? And then, because she's kind of new to the school, and the little girl, she was like, yeah, she got all excited. And then the young lady who I've known since she was in kindergarten was like, Mr. Warren talks a little Spanish, so that's why we got to watch what we say around here.
You're not dog water.
No.
You're the big man.
Oh, the big dog. No, she wasn't. Yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah, she wasn't talking about me. She was talking about another gentleman.
That's why I want that kindergartner to come in and be like, he's not dog water. Yeah. That's big dog.
No, es no agua de perro.
No.
Es grande perro. Sí, yo soy. So, moving right along, we went into the Zeta Plan, which Zeta Plan has a new album out with Sunny Skies. So check out their new album. I can't remember the name of it, but they also had that great song California Way that we played the living hell out of. So big up to Zeta Plan with their new project. Then, speaking of new projects, because Pugs Adams has that project Mookie on the South Side. If you are into hip hop music at all, and I'm not dissing any new music. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. Hell, we got our homeboy OG Denzo. OG Denzo is part of the squad. You know what squad that is, right? That's
Beloved Gang.
Gang. Whole lot of gang-ish. He does more new music, more new style, drill, if you will. That's but again, I really do enjoy OG Denzo's work a hell of a lot. He puts a lot of thought into the words that he says, which is a lot different than some of the other new rappers. But if you are into like that kind of what I like to call organic hip hop, because I don't necessarily want to call it a throwback. It's not. It's just sticking more to the formula of what hip hop was about before it got flooded with the programming of big enterprise and what they want us to do in this world. But don't get me started about mind controlling music. Definitely, if you don't want your mind control and you want something a little more organic, especially as far as your hip hop goes, check out Pugs Adams' album Mookie on the South Side, which has Southside Spades Game on it. And that is what you heard in that block. Now, normally we do the Hakaman hookup here, where we salute essential worker giving us our essential needs.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Well, we give a shout out and salute, which would be a callback to some story you heard earlier, like some dumbass running up on a cashier, taking their equipment of work and getting arrested, and for some reason it doesn't register. No, these are for everyone. We're not doing that today. Today we have Brandon and Brother Chris in here, and these gentlemen travel and tour all over this great country. And I mean, I would be remiss if we didn't hear some stories from the road. Being someone who has toured this great country, I definitely understand how being on the road can be. So what we're going to do is do a little young pivot, as Brother Jones said to me off mic. We're going to pivot and talk about some of their adventures from the road. Gentlemen.
Brandon, what's your go-to one? When anyone asks about the road, what do you tell people?
I can say like little things first before I go to any stories.
Okay.
Like the fact that he loves to like get me full. Like, let's eat a lot of food and then drive. I'll get sleepy after that. But let's go back to the beginning here.
If you give Brandon food, all right, and then you expect him to drive for an hour, he will last 30 minutes at the most.
I have to be starving probably when I'm,
That youngitis.
Yeah. And he'd be like, I can't do it in my life.
He doesn't get like, it's never snacks. It's
I drove 7 hours, but all right, you get your sleep in. You get your sleep in. All right,
I can tell you about I got a good story. I can tell you about this one time where I got stranded in Iowa. That was a crazy story.
How?
So, the story about Iowa, we was doing a hotel, actually. Mm-hmm. It was a company, like a company dinner, if I'm not mistaken. And it was at actually a casino. It was pretty dope.
Love those type of shows.
Yeah. So, basically, after the show, like, did we go to a bar? I forgot where we went first. Anyway, we ended up meeting some of the people that actually worked at the casino, right? So like we already we've been drinking.
So this is back in the day when I only drank and he would smoke weed.
Yeah, so
that's what he's like. I'm looking to get weed. I'm like, I don't care about that. Alcohol's legal. I'm gonna get them alcohol. So did a great show for the corporate people. They go like bar hopping with us. And then we get invited to a house.
That's how we found it. Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
And then we find out that some people like actually work like they're cooks and stuff like that, right?
Hibachi
so
cooks.
I'm drunk. I'm like super drunk. Like, and next thing you notice,
we're in this dude's house.
I look up and this dude is like Naruto style, like throwing knives in the air, like 3 knives, like he's looking like
we're just in
ninja,
their home,
ninja.
And they're like, "Man, break out your knives! Break out your knives!"
I'm like, bro,
break out your knives. Break out your what?
And
in Iowa.
And then I started getting sober. It's like that started getting me like it was cool. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, okay.
That would sober you up.
Where am I? Why are we not at those girls' house? Because those girls we met too. So anyway, he's like, okay, because we were there. I was like, hey, take me to where the girls are. There's some girls, like it was 2 chicks that we met. I was like, drop me off over there. I didn't mean drop me off. I mean like take me there. Next thing you know, he drops me off. He goes back to kick it with the Ginsu ninjas. I don't know why.
Ginsu ninjas.
So, like, I actually like. Oh man, how can I tell this story the right way? So I'm drunk. She's somebody drunk that was there at the party as well. She's on her monthly.
Oh.
So I'm stranded. My phone's dead. I'm hoping my cousin can remember where I'm even at. Like it was one of those crazy nights that I was. It was crazy. That was crazy. He wakes up the next day like, hey Brandon, how was your night?
I think you blurred 2 stories together.
Oh no, that was the same day.
Because unless you routinely have this habit of taking women or inviting yourself to their homes when they're on their period.
No.
It was a college show, and I picked you up the next day, and you're like, "Nah, we slept because she was on her period."
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh, well, you got a hickey, so that's cool."
Yes.
This is back in the days when you're in your 20s and you get hickeys.
Just kiss for no reason.
You kiss for a long time and you dry hump on jeans, and then he's whispering in your ear, "I'm on my period."
Oh.
And I'm like, I can't go anywhere.
I've wasted my whole night. So Iowa's been good to Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to Alaska. Yo.
Oh yeah. That
land
was
in Alaska.
Story.
I've actually never been to Alaska.
Alaska's a good time.
It's pretty dope.
He went hiking on a glacier in Jordan.
I broke this very watch.
In Jordans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was the 5s. So like, my mom gave me this. It's like kind of one of those things. Like it's not like super expensive, but it's a
the
gold watch. I like it.
Yeah.
Mom gave it to you too.
So we trying to go down the glacier. Like everybody we see has like the shoes with the spikes in them.
We came completely unprepared.
Yeah,
we're the most Chicago people. We land in Alaska and like we immediately went to the thrift store to buy coats.
Exactly.
Like we didn't have coats, and we
were doing it. We were doing it. Like we trekked across the whole frozen lake and got to a glacier, climbed into the glacier, got up and everything. Now we like climbing down
in gym shoes.
Exactly. And I slip and fall. Boom. Now the watch doesn't work anymore. But like I get to tell that story.
Yeah, we were in an ice cave. Like it gets deep, so you have to go on your hands and knees just crawling in there.
And it's like dirt. It's like dirt. Like it's not even wet like in certain spots because it's like been there for like some
As soon as we're at the
years.
airport, lady's like, "So are you guys from here?" We're like, "No, we're black." There's like 20 black people in Alaska. No. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, "I'm a hypnotist. He's gonna help with the video camera." I'm like, "Oh, Chef Gordon Ramsay's here. We
Yeah,
thought
that
you were
was fun.
here with him." I was like, "No, we're not here with Chef Gordon Ramsay. I'm a hypnotist."
That was day one.
Maybe
That was day
you'll
one.
see him. We're like, "Oh, no, we're not gonna
No.
see Chef Gordon Ramsay. This is a big state." No. Day one, that happens. Do our show, hang out with people. We're now smoking in people's homes, hanging out with people. We go to the bar. There's like 8 people in the whole bar. Giant bar. Like, it's tourist season is done, so there's no one there.
Like a second floor.
Guy just
that
walks
big.
in. He goes, "Hey, Ramsey is in the bar down the street." So we took this woman who had dreadlocks who we met, who gave us our the weed, and we went with her. And there he is. He's just drunk as hell, holding up the wall.
Yeah.
And I get star shy. I do. I couldn't talk. She said, "I'll help you." So she went to him. She's like, "Hey, my friend there wants a photo." I didn't say one word to him. I was like,
Yeah.
He took a photo.
I didn't either.
And that's her Facebook background right now.
Oh, that's
just me,
to
her,
this
and
day.
Chef Gordon Ramsay.
To this day.
Yo, that's a good one. I like that. That's
I later, we were at a, I don't know, 5 a.m. flight. I always take the first flights out because
Yeah, that
you
was
have to.
best sleep ever.
I'm about to say that's smart.
We had one more guy in the car with us, and he was really drunk. Nice guy, hanging out with nice guy, but just too drunk, and I didn't know where he lived, and the address wasn't pulling up, and I just went from 40 miles an hour, slamming on the brakes, like, "I need your address because
Yeah.
we have a flight."
I remember that.
And they're like, chilling the vibe out. I was like, "No, we have a flight." And he's like, "Yeah, it's like just over here down the street." So I pulled up. I was like, "Yeah, there it is." And I let him out. That was not his house. Well, I just left a man in Alaska.
Oh, wow.
At 4:00 in the morning.
Hit the street.
Cold,
Yeah,
wet, no
yeah.
coat, and we caught our flight.
I lost zero sleep about that on that flight. It's like I instant transmission home. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god! Look, we.
Hey, we had to. Hey, I wasn't trying to be stuck in Alaska.
No, I understand.
Crazy,
We saw one black guy in the bar.
Like I think the
and
whole time.
he hugged us.
Yeah.
Like he had missed us.
Like we were family members. Like
the biggest embrace. Like, "Oh man!" And I was like,
Like
"Yeah,
we met him
yeah."
before or something. Like
Were
I
you at
haven't
the
seen-
show? No. What are you guys doing here?
No.
Brother Mumsy.
That's the side of
Who was that? Some man I met in the bathroom.
It was just like that.
Yo, speaking of starstruck, people do get starstruck. There was a time we're at a Saturday Night Live after party.
You were at a Saturday Night Live after party.
I've been to a couple.
I'm so jealous of your life
Man,
and terrified by
me
it.
too, a little bit.
Tell me everything.
More je- more
How did
jealous
you
than
get to
terrified, I'm not
the?
gonna
How did you
lie.
get to the party?
The party, we got invited to the party.
Who's we?
The cast, Second City. We were doing
Okay.
We were doing a show, I think, the month after with Jason Sudeikis.
Oh.
And Jason was in contact with one of the cast members. And he was like, "You guys aren't that far away. I think we're in Pennsylvania or something. We weren't not that close." But we ended up, and this happened a long time ago, so I can tell this partially. I can tell parts of the story.
Right.
And I'll make sure to jump to the starstruck part. The people at the theater were like, "Hey, man, here's a van. You guys could drive it around town, blah, 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 XYZ. Little did they know, we want to take their van and drive to New York to go to a party. So we stole this van and drove to this location that Jason told us to go to. And we got there, and Dave Grohl was the guest that night.
Wow.
And one of the
Fighter, yeah.
one of the cast members wanted a picture with her, the young lady, and her boyfriend was in the cast, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going up to Dave Grohl and asking him for a picture." And I was like, "Are you serious?" No, good man, walk up to dude ass. I said, "Man, come on, Natalie." And I walked up. I said, "Derek, you gonna take the picture?" And so we went up because I'm in this damn picture. And I went up there. I was like, "Hey, Dave, we want to get a picture with you. You mind?" And Dave Grohl looks at me and he's like, "Yeah, I don't care. Can I have a picture? Come on, let's do it." And then it's on my Instagram to this day. And I was like, "Man, thanks. Hey, I like that first single. I mess with the new music or whatever. But I remember, after Nirvana, I was like, oh, that's the drummer from Nirvana." And he looked at me with his face like he was so interested in what I was saying. He was just like, yeah, and I'm sure he's heard this story 1,000 times. But like it ended up being revealed later through a statement he made why he was so interested in what I was saying. And so then I was like, yeah, what's it called? And he was like, yeah, it's called I'll Stick Around. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll stick around. And then he was like, oh my God, do you guys hear this? He grabbed me by my neck real hard and he was like, this black guy likes my music. And I was like, I'm a real black guy too from the South Side. He's like, that's great, brother. Meanwhile, Derek and Natalie have left and left me with Dave Grohl, yoking me up like a little homie. Like, wow, that was really cool. Thank you, Dave. And to this day, I'm a huge Dave Grohl Foo Fighters guy. I like their music a whole lot, but after that, I was just like, oh, dude.
I think he's gonna remember that too.
He might, but he seemed pretty lit that night.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of out of there too, my damn self.
No one goes to Saturday Night Live party to be sober,
bro. And we had homies that were on the cast. And there's another one I think I could actually say.
Please.
These people who you've done shows with, been friends with for years, the cast again will, at least, and I'm not gonna say everybody, but there's at least one of them who's been homies with these people for multiple years, done shows. I too have been friends with them, done a show or two. And I walked up and I say, hey, yo, to the guy next to me who has a similar background. We all performed at I.O. Chicago. I'm like, yo, there goes so-and-so and so-and-so. And he was like, yeah. And I look at this dude, I'm like, man, what the hell you on, dog? Hey, yo, blank, walk right up to the table. Hey, yo, blankety blank, because I'm not trying to put anybody's name out there. Blankety blank. And sure enough, they're like, what's up, Warren? Come sit down. So boom, we sit down. And he's like, what you drinking? I'm about to get this. And then sure enough, I got it. And we drinking and stuff. And he was like, you want another one? I was like, yeah, it's on you, right? I swear to you. I can actually say this guy named Michael Patrick O'Brien. I said, it's on you, right? And Pat looked at me. He's like, on me? All right, you know what it is on me. And so he the type of brother that he gonna clown your ass. And you want to be clowned? Okay, great. Keep him coming for Warren. And that's how I ended up getting tossed up. Because I was trying to get him to pay for my drinks. And he was like, oh, yeah, you want me to pay? I got you then. So, but meanwhile, after my second drink, and so they bringing them to him, so they hooked up. So by my second drink, I'm like, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do it now, bitch. And then the cast finally comes over, and then Pat was like, hey, to the guy that they've been friends with. He's like, hey, so you want to sit down? He's like, oh yeah, man, sure. And then my ignorant ass, I was like, this old punk ass chicken ass didn't want to sit down with your pussy. And for the life of me, I still don't understand why that guy who I'm referencing still doesn't like me. I mean, shout out to Pat O'Brien, but I don't know why that guy who was so scared on our cast, why he don't like me. I don't get it. I do get it with your punk ass.
This is your intervention because I want you to know you've calmed down a lot, Warren Phoenix Johnson.
No, I have. They're like you said. What did you say? Guardrails.
Guardrails. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I this weird thing happened. Like I got grown.
Was it one thing or was it just multiple things?
Definitely multiple things.
Yeah.
Definitely multiple things, and then of course the working out nonsense and all that all played into it.
How were you during the pandemic?
Oh man. That actually was another thing. And as much as I say I hate the pandemic, oh look, that lovely sound is back. John, if you're watching, need to come in here and do something, but it might just be my computer. So during the pandemic, it's funny you say that, is kind of partially where I got my act together. Yeah. Not partially, but mostly, because I knew, you're accustomed to living a certain way. You're not saying that nobody can do it. You're not just gonna just pull a plug that easily, because hell, you probably don't even know you're going too hard.
Right.
And what ended up happening was I, did the pandemic, living my life like I normally did the first week. And by the end of that week, I was like, oh, this can't continue. You're not going to make it out of whatever this is. Whatever is going on in society right now where we all can't leave the house, blah, blah, you are not going to survive, or you're not going to have your home. There's no way. There's no way you can sustain living life like this. So I ended up, it's funny, while a lot of people were experimenting with getting tossed up, I was experimenting with sobriety. So that's what ended up. That's like what it was. I guess the last. That was like the breaking point. You know what I mean? Like, cause a lot, you're not gonna party when you know you gotta go to work or blah blah blah.
I didn't have anything. Yes, my wife, we had our child, but like she came downstairs and she looked at me. She's like, "Are you drunk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't work." Like, I wasn't hopeless, but my identity as a performer was gone.
Oh man! Now that, my friend, that is a bar, and I am so happy that we are moving on time. But go ahead, I'm gonna let you get that off.
That's it.
Because I want to say, I have no problem adding on to that because that's what happened to me as well.
Fast forward, now I'm California sober, as I say. I quit drinking. Well, that was also because I got arrested in South Dakota. I did a U-turn. Officer's like, "You did a U-turn on the highway," and I was like, the highway is 35 miles an hour. Is it really a highway? Mm-hmm. He's like, "You've been drinking." I'm like, "I've had 3 drinks in 3 hours." Flash cut. I'm in the Sturgis jail, and I blew a breathalyzer, .044. And I'm like, "Is that good? Is that bad?" I've never blown one except for zeros. They're like .08 is illegal. I'm like, so I'm good then. And then they drew my blood, and he's like, "I had a judge get a warrant for your blood. We're gonna search your blood." And I was like, "I'm not on meth." South Dakota, you guys say South Dakota meth, we're on it. That's not me. Brothers don't do meth. That's not our choice of drug. We'll do a lot of things.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I had to spend the night in Sturgis jail, maxed out my credit card, paying bail, and then like literally got a taxi, $80 taxi ride, and the credit card is like, decline. So that was like, well, I'm not going to put myself in the situation again. Part wake-up call, part I don't want to be in a situation where if I have to do anything with justice or lawyers or legalese or courtrooms, I had to go back to be in front of the judge who threw out the case, but I had to pay $181 for that U-turn.
Damn.
So, hey, joke's on me. I have 400 days of no alcohol. I feel good.
Oh wow, that's real. That
respect.
I used to kiss my own ass during the pandemic because I only drank 2 days a week, and I was just like, "Oh my God, I am the sobriety God."
You are a hero, yeah, right?
But damn,
400 days. Oh, it's really not hard. I read a book.
Uh-huh.
The easy way to quit drinking without willpower is exactly as it describes. The easy way to quit drinking without willpower. Don't miss it. It's like an ex-girlfriend who you're like, "Oh, you got really unattractive."
Interestingly enough, I did see a recent an ex-girlfriend not too long ago, and I was like, "Damn, baby, why you do that to yourself?"
See, you just got sexier, Warren Phoenix Johnson.
All right, on that note, we're going to close this segment out. That has been the Hakaban Hookup, where we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Now, these shout outs and salutes aren't just for the nice young men who go home with women who whisper in their ear that they can't have sex, and they respond and I can't go home. Who are they for? So I'll be sleeping here and holding your hand like I'm a child. And then you show up with that hickey because guess what? Even though you can't freak, you can still do some other things. All right, when we come back, we're going to go into the ins and outs, relationship advice, where we crack open a novel of one of our love lives and realize that, yes, just because you're not having sex doesn't mean you can't do other things. You can follow us on Instagram, Bad Waves Comedy. You can follow us on Facebook, at Bad Waves. Yep, all of it's gone. You can just follow us here also on YouTube at Bad Waves Radio. Come on now, we are getting into the romance segment. That's when you can get into the chat and talk some shiz, Nathaniel, with the bastards. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. Once again, we're going to get the blickier.
Conversation was flowing. Yes, I was just
Yo, check deal, you know what it is. This case of Rim was the case with him. Mr. Cola ass soda, get you clean on your overs. We about to keep it official in here, exclusively on Bad Waves Radio, Q4.org. You heard me? Wave Runner Radio exclusive.
Beautiful morning, have a wonderful day. Woke up just to say, have a beautiful morning. Hello, have a wonderful morning, have a wonderful day. I woke up just to say, have a beautiful morning.
The birds are chirping, the coffee's perking. Let the sun through the blinds as I open the curtains. She lay back, marvel how I put that work in. Say I look like a tripod, then start smirking. I don't know if it's me or that brand new Birkin, but one thing's for sure, I'm not uncertain that I'm like true. Dressed in my birthday suit. Why you laughing? Get ready for round two. No sausage for breakfast, she ate me in the room. It's 8 o'clock, beat the box till it was noon. Now what's for lunch? Beside what God gave us, the crunch and munch, hunch and such. She love my humor, now she starts to blush. Ever so blessed, but she say she looking a mess. Need I confess, I don't mean to sound like the rest, but if you haven't heard it, that's when you perfect and at your best.
Hello, have a beautiful morning, have a wonderful day. Woke up just to say, have a beautiful morning. Hello, have a wonderful morning, have a wonderful day. I woke up just to say, have a beautiful morning.
2 wine glasses, champagne by the basket. Under the shade, butterflies reflect the sun rays. Beautiful Sundays where the grass shines and kids play. Engulfed as we lay, intertwined just like a piece of twine. And what would you say? Significant other to a candlelight supper. Maybe after a couple of drinks followed by laughter. Cause I think you really deserve it. Cause all week you've been working all while fulfilling your purpose. Time to shut the world out and close the curtains. Let your head down, forget your burdens. I know life got a way of turning. I smile upside down, but I need you to understand this now. For every breath you take, you blessed. Every action you make, you blessed. No need to stress with the rest. Woke people try to say these words are curses. Never mind what they say, it holds a positive purpose.
Hello, have a beautiful morning, have a wonderful day. Woke up just to say, have a beautiful morning. Hello, have a wonderful morning, have a wonderful day. I woke up just to say, have a beautiful morning.
You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4.org.
La música de Harry Potter.
You ain't up on things. Itchy mobbing in the slang and beloved's the gang. Creep around the corners and dipping through the grass. Beloved gang on your little dusty ass. Okay, I couldn't help it. Now before we move any further, I was toying with that this weekend. I was like, I should say that extra part. And I realized, no, I shouldn't. After trying it out, I realized, nah, that's not for me. Much like the time when never mind. So, with that being said, it is time. Before we go into it, hold on. Hold fast, as some of the, not children say, the grown-ass people say. You heard in this love block, you heard Tabby Yosha, Loving You with a Broken Heart. And then you heard K-Saram from Lorraine's Son, brand new album out now. Definitely check it out. K-Saram, what's the case with him? Spelled K-C-I-R-R-E-M with Good Morning. That was such a nice song. It's so funny because the songs he's been having recently, talking about some F-love. F-love, it's a hell of a drug. He had another one like, I'm on it like my Johnny Gill. like the music I've been hearing off this album has not been this nice. There's been in no way this kind, and it's really pretty sounding. So shout out to K Rim for having some versatility on that album. Okay, so that's right. He's not taking craps on romance the whole album. He's actually going to be nice. At least one song he's going to care about whoever he's dating. But the rest of the time, girl, you're agua de perro. All right, it is time for the ins and outs relationship advice. This is the part where we take questions from the Turtle Club. We can't do that this week, but we have questions from the chat. Big shout out to Sean Chantel for holding us down. And so we will take these questions and try to answer them to the best of our ability. We are not romance gurus like some people claim to be. No, this is just how the people in this room would handle the situations that are being presented to them. So, with our first question from Sean Chantel. When dating, how can men be expected to be the dominant ones in a relationship and be the pursuers of women?
Grab them by the hair.
You know, buddy, you know.
When you want their attention. Excuse me, eh? Excuse me.
You go too far with this comedy-ish. No, but seriously, how can we be the dominant ones in a relationship and be the pursuers of women? Brandon, what do you think?
I'm trying to see how you can't do that.
Intriguing.
I'm saying like that's normally what you would do anyway. If you was being a pursuer, you're gonna be dominant. I'm trying to see like what the real question would be then.
Now, see, I had a similar thing because I was thinking, and I'm sure he'll add some elucidation in the chat. I was thinking like, well, if you are the pursuer, aren't you dominant?
Yeah.
Because I've never not been not dominant when pursuing.
Yeah.
We had a homegirl that once was like, I did the blanket invite to the party. I was like, what is that?
Yeah,
she was like, the guy that I like, I invited him and 2 other guys.
Okay.
What? So then he'll see that those guys are cool with me, and then he'll like me too, and then I'll pick them.
Can I give you one more story? This is very, very similar. All right, so back to my boy Shane in Japan. He was talking to quite a few ladies in Japan, you know, looking like an NBA player. And his buddy who's Japanese, like, hey Shane, he's at the bar with him. Let me see your phone. And he's like, okay. So they're just sipping a beer, and he's like, forgets all about it. 10 minutes goes by. He's like, hey Shane, I invited 4 women to the bar. Told them come hang out with me. Good luck. And I get there, I'm like, Shane, what's up? He's like, oh, he just invited 4 women that I'm seeing to the bar. I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I have no choice. I'm going to drink until the last one is here, and she will take me home. And he did that. He got very, very drunk, and 4 women showed up. And after a while, there were 3 women, and he keeps drinking, and then there's 2 women. And no one drives in Tokyo, so they all take the train. And they're like walking him to the train collectively, and we're walking here, and we're like, oh, this is getting weird. And now it's like, all right, my train's this way, my train's this way. Shane, come home with me. He's like, nah, you should go home, and I'll go home with her. And she's like, oh, but Shane, he's like, no, I'll see you tomorrow. It's just safer if I go this way. But that doesn't make any sense. You live over here with these people. He's like, I'll see you tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll get home safely.
Wow.
And I was like, Shane, he's like, I had no choice.
He had a choice.
It's just easy to make when you're that drunk.
Oh, this is an easier choice to make. Yeah, it is.
There were hundreds. You could have left. You could be like, oh, I'm sick. I'm actually leaving. They don't know each other. He could have disappeared from the bar. It's like, oh, I left earlier. I'm at this bar. Instead, he's like, I'm going to plant my feet down and just drink this problem away.
Oh, wow. Wow, Shane is a new legend.
Yeah, he's called Warren Phoenix in Tokyo.
The Warren Phoenix in Tokyo.
He's definitely legendary.
He's Godzilla over there.
Yeah. All right, wait. So that is Sean, because I know Sean's watching, and he put in some questions, so we got to definitely
please
show love to Sean Chantel. That's my end. I don't really have, like, we say that first question. I still am like, I don't see how we are not dominant when pursuing. And if you are not dominant when pursuing, I guess that is the answer. If you are not dominant when pursuing, then that's a problem. I'm not saying you, Sean, because I know you, but that's a problem. You need to change that up. Okay, when dating, if you have if you have to only pick one Disney princess,
Jasmine,
to marry, which one would it be and why? That's a great question. I actually have heard someone say Jasmine before. I've heard this question before, but someone has said Jasmine. One Disney princess, who and why?
Can't be Little Mermaid. Cannot be.
Why?
She just got her legs. She has to learn to live on land
Hey,
and be around people and
bro.
not fish. Not fish.
Bro.
Socially awkward.
Bro, only one. You're not picking Little Mermaid.
It's Jasmine. Always.
Why Jasmine?
She doesn't need hair extensions. Her daddy has money. Dad's the Sultan. Even if I can't be Aladdin with a flying carpet and a talking monkey,
you could at least be rich.
I could, yeah. You go from being Slumdog Millionaire to having the Sultan as your father-in-law. Done.
Brandon, what you got?
Hear me out. Disney bought out like Marvel and all them other like companies, right?
They did.
And Star Wars.
Yes.
So any princess.
So it's between Princess Amidala and are we naming like the ones we grew up on?
I was thinking the ones that we grew up on.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Jasmine now. No.
Jasmine is already mine. I already stamped her.
Mulan.
That's so funny.
Mulan could pass for a man.
She passed for a man, but she wasn't, and became like, let's move on to business. Like for real.
Oh my
Move
God.
past that, you know.
That is Mulan is not a bad one. I initially thought Pocahontas.
Oh
yeah,
she was beautiful,
but she never was the princess, right? Technically, she would be a princess if you like.
Because of our awareness of this month, we know Pocahontas, one, was not actually in love with that man. She was a teenager when they met, and two, they don't look like that. Like she would have been more short. She wouldn't have.
Yeah, she was pretty tall.
Yeah,
she was pretty tall. But technically, she was like the princess of the village if it would not be king and queen hierarchy.
Brandon, I'm gonna give you Princess Leia. You get Princess Leia. You can't have Jasmine.
Okay.
What about? Don't give him Princess Leia?
Yeah.
I don't need Jasmine. There's plenty of other queens. Who was that one off of that last one with the
You get a princess, not a
the
queen.
frog, the frog one.
Are you talking the sister?
She's not a princess, right? Is she a princess?
The sister? Sean said Cinderella for him.
For me?
No, that's not. No, for him, not for you.
I also like that Princess Jasmine. She had to get married by her next birthday. It wasn't like by her 16th birthday. No, just her next. Her age is ambiguous.
Okay. That's actually tight. You know you can marry in a woman.
I know the laws.
Or I can take the Brandy Cinderella too if we're gonna throw Cinderella in there.
Brandy
Cinderella.
Yeah.
But she wasn't a princess. She is a good Disney character. If I'm following the rules of Warren Phoenix Johnson, it has to be a Disney princess.
It does have to be a Disney. This is what he's saying.
Now, she could have married the king. He could have died tragically.
Uh-huh.
And now she's, princess.
So isn't like the
She'd
prince,
be a queen.
Like the prince marries the princess. That's a prince. I mean, marries
Cinderella, she lost the shoe. Like, she couldn't afford nothing. So, like,
but
evil
she
stepmother.
Gets married at the end to the prince.
She does get married to the prince.
Making her the
princess. All right, so in this scenario, he has died. So
okay. Still, it's a word for princess.
I'm working out the math.
Wait, Cinderella, so isn't she, right, she was the one that was broke, but didn't she have, did she come from a ratchet-ass family?
Yeah, stepsisters and stuff like
Yes.
that. Like, that's not even her family. For real.
Yeah,
she, her wardrobe was made by mice.
Yeah, see, you gonna marry that animated hood rat? She's a rat. She got two hating ass sisters. You know they gonna be hating. Talking about some. I saw him down by the market with the fish lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Fish lady is crazy.
But the thing I respect about Cinderella is the fact that she was the one in the Ratchet family who wasn't Ratchet. She was the one who was able, because they thought they was doing her dirty by keeping her hidden away. But low key, they was keeping her fresh and clean.
I know a lot of those.
See, I was right. See, while the sisters was getting bust down by the hay bales, Cinderella was scrubbing.
And their mom was teaching them all that crazy stuff. She wasn't trying to hit it because she was the.
So we all right. So Cinderella rocks and Jasmine rocks.
Yeah, Jasmine.
I'm sorry. I gotta go Ariel. I gotta go to Mermaid.
Okay.
I gotta go to Mermaid. I'm sorry.
She had beautiful red hair.
Yes.
She clearly was a virgin.
Fishy.
She just got her lady parts.
She's got her lady parts, so you know she wasn't passed around.
Fishy.
Okay. Hey, I mean, it might smell. All right, like SeaWorld.
Like a fish fillet.
Okay. Hey, stop playing. Some people love fish fillet. Put that tartar sauce all on it. Yeah, brother. Woo, yeah, this is what you came to.
The maniacal laugh.
Yes, it is a maniacal laugh. I'm gonna go with her because you gotta understand she ain't about to have no hating ass friends. Her friend was a crab trying to put her on. Stop it. Stop it. She was
flounder.
She was devoted. She gonna be devoted to me, to my wants and my needs.
You got legs.
Right? I got legs.
You're different.
I'm different. I'm not like them little fish boys.
You right.
You got one more question? If not, I got something in for you just now.
Okay, I don't want her to scale back either. No. Thank you.
That was good.
Okay, there is one more question. So he has two other questions, but he says his last two questions sums up one, which is interesting. Let me see. When dating, is it more likely that a single mom can teach her daughter how to find her man, or the father, and why?
Ooh, wee.
I'm so confused.
When trying to pursue women, it requires a persuasion of sorts and their mind that makes them the prize because you want them. When trying, so I think he's saying this comment for what we were talking about earlier about pursuing women. When trying to pursue women, it requires a persuasion of sorts, and in their mind, that makes them the prize because you want them. Intriguing. That's an intriguing thought. But that last question, that's kind of a hot button right there.
Yeah, both of them is good questions, actually.
Yeah, he be working.
Yeah,
yeah, but when when dating, is it more likely that a single mom can teach her daughter how to find a man, or the father, and why? I think I got my answer, but I'm gonna throw it over. Yeah, I see you put your hand up like you're in class.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I mean, do you want me to wait?
Go ahead, Brandon.
No.
So basically, I'm not gonna lie. So basically, like, no, it's not gonna be more likely if a single mom teaches her daughter how to find a man. It's not gonna work. For the simple fact, I mean, because you're comparing between the two, who will do it better? I would say the man, because the man is gonna actually teach you instead of thinking what they think. There's the man right there compared to somebody that doesn't have a man, that is a woman, and telling you what they think a man wants, and there's an actual man who is your father, who wants the best for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, he breaking something down. Chris, what you got?
I think the parent is going to say, the dad, here's your objective. You get a person, and that person is your partner. That person is your partner for the weekend, whatever. But if you have a daughter and you're talking to them, the objection then is not to get pregnant.
Yeah.
So, but can the dad help her get a man? Who would be better teaching on her to go get a man? The single mom.
Me, the dad. I'm going. Hey, men are full of shit.
It was almost as if you knew you couldn't say that. You still dropped it. Keep going.
Men are full of sugar, honey, iced tea, and that's we talked about this a little bit. It's like as soon as my wife peed on the stick, I'm like, oh, it's a girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to teach her how horrible men can be because I've seen it, and I've seen.
And you've done it.
Yeah, no, I've tried to behave.
It's okay. Hey, the way you talked about me, I think we both know that you and I are very similar. It's interesting. I was in a hotel room once with our dear friend Mike Keeney.
Mike.
Yeah, we had a little showy show at a place, and sure enough, I met a nice young lady, and we went into the bathroom of the hotel room and had a conversation. And then Mr. Keeney went back to one of our colleagues, Mr. Edwards. You know him very well, as well. And Mr. Edwards, who could only respond, "Miss Warren, who you think you was rooming with?" You're like, yeah, man, I know it's bogus, but that dude. How would dude be on? Why you thought dude wasn't?
So did you have intimate times in the bathroom?
Hey, buddy, look, I just said we had a nice conversation.
That's the call.
Okay, I don't personally know about being intimate with someone in a restroom because I'm a sweet baby angel. Okay, don't you dare try to say these things.
I wasn't trying to insinuate anything. You were. His head's nodding.
No, my head is not nodding. Oh my goodness.
So Mr. Edwards, Mr. Sherman Edwards was like, yeah, that's Warren Phoenix Johnson. Have you not seen him?
Something to that effect.
So our boy Dave Still, you know him.
Yes.
Love me some Dave Still.
Oh,
he
yes,
was
big
called
fan.
the sex predator. But is misleading.
By who?
Yeah.
By men, right?
No. A female friend,
because women
Jillian, a
love
Canadian,
him.
they love him because he's a puppy. He scans the room for like who's available, who's single, but he's a puppy. He doesn't know.
They dead ass throw themselves at him. I have seen it.
Yeah.
Don't you dare call that boy a predator.
I did a show for a white rapper. I cannot name non-disclosure agreement.
I was gonna tell that.
Non-disclosure agreement, but white rapper, and this white rapper happens to be amazing and happens to have a couple daughters.
Okay.
And so the daughter of this very popular white rapper was hitting on Dave Still in this rapper's mansion home. And I was like, Dave, I think we need to leave because otherwise you will be murdered today.
I actually heard this story.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt Gerard for hooking us up with that gig that's
really cool.
He's very upset about.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, which one do you think, man? The dad or the mom? Who's better? Not better, but who's more likely to lead them to the way? Because we're not saying someone's better or worse.
Man to son, daughter to mother. That's what I think.
All right. So you answer mother. That's your answer for this particular question.
Because his daughter.
Yes. So I particularly think, especially being raised by my father, most part of my life. I mean, if you want to like get technical, my mother did help me get my first corporate job, which was when I was like 19 turning 20. And shout out to my mom, big up to mom. It was Mother's Day. But I was with my dad a great deal of my life. So being like that, especially also being like I've been in a situation where I definitely had to tell some father like why I'm the one that your daughter should be with. I'm gonna go with dads. Because kind of almost what Brandon was saying to speak to what Brandon was saying, like you, and kind of speaking to what you were saying, what isn't what works.
Yeah.
Because you are a man. Aside from seeing it in others, you've seen it in yourself, and so. It comes a point when it's all right. It's time for her to find her person. A lot different side than what that woman knows. It's almost like when your female friends are trying to give you love advice on women, like, oh, this is how you do it. But this is advice coming from a woman. So a lot of times when you try to apply that advice, like when your mom's like, be a good guy and all that, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily work.
You're in a relationship right now. Did that person see you on stage first, or did they see you in real life?
Hey, man. So we have in the chat here. I feel like both can help. This is what we have in the chat.
Warren,
I believe
you dodging bullets.
I'm not dodging anything. I'm staying on topic. It's 1:00. We have to get out of here. I feel like both can help them find a man. Now, to find a good man, the father will teach you what you need to know, and the single mother will just hold the child back and keep repeating bad habits.
Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
And that comes from Tashana Atkins. Shout out to Tashana. Thank you for that one. It's nice when a nice young lady comes in and chimes in, especially when we in here with all this damn testosterone.
So much testosterone.
Now, with that being said, that will do it for the ins and outs. Relationship advice. Where we crack open the novel of one of our love lives and we watch Chris Jones. I was going to say Matt Jones. Shout out to Matt Jones, though. He's pretty cool, too. But where people like Chris Jones will be like, yo, Warren, I want to ask you something.
I do still. And
and you know what? I think we need to close this segment out.
But do you meet someone on stage, or do they meet you as a real person first?
Now, as it relates to that, you were saying like, if you as a performer are trying to date, should they meet you on stage? Or should they meet you in real life first? Is that what you're asking?
Correct.
Okay, so as someone who performs, I definitely believe your partner and you're a performer, I almost think it's better for them to. The problem with them meeting you on stage is the fantasy of you.
Fanned out, yeah.
That's the problem with it. But the thing about meeting you on stage is they get to see you at what could be considered your most vulnerable. Because God knows, as you know, and I know you've watched this stuff go down, anything can happen. You are literally putting yourself up there for countless strangers, and you've rocked some big houses. I've done some decent sizes as well myself. Pause. Brandon, you know. You know. But like, but that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
That's the best way to get the most genuine response from them and to give them the most genuine performance. So when you meet that person, you've already put it all out there. The only problem is them fantasizing about that person and you not being that person all the time.
Yep.
See, that's a double-edged sword, two sides of a coin.
Ignoring the real you.
Yes. So then when they meet you in real, if you meet them in real life, then they see the performing you. Because I've had this happen, they may not like that performing you. I've had a young lady once told me, you are a lot different on stage. And to which I was like, oh, what do you think? Oh, I like you like when I met, cause somebody who I met at school. She was like, no, I like it when you're Mr. Warren. Up there, you're like Warren Phoenix Johnson.
Yes. Yeah. I never thought about it like that.
She's like, that's a lot different than Mr. Warren. To which I was at the time enjoying some reefer, and I didn't want my high blown anymore. So I was like, you know what?
You got it.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. What your boy Mr. Misfit say? Good for you. God damn, you got it. So I had to, just end that conversation. So that is two sides. Because I definitely met someone who has met me in real life and then see me on stage and be like, damn, I like this guy, but I love that guy. So it's a rough thing. Like people like yourself are very blessed to be in a relationship like you are, to be married. To know that it's that real of a thing, and that person can appreciate all those facets of you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very thoughtful.
Our dear friend Mr. Edwards has another thing as well.
Yeah. But it's crazy that he has a performer as well,
which is. See, another thing.
My wife does not like attention. She is a middle child by definition. Mm-hmm. She didn't get baptized because she didn't want to be in front of the whole church.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Did she ever? So she never got baptized?
Raised Baptist, never baptized.
Wow. Shout out to her. I mean, man, sticking to your laurels.
Yeah. Well, thank you for opening up the book in your life a little bit, and thank you for sharing the book with us. I appreciate that. That smile, that Warren Phoenix Johnson smile, mischievous.
I'm just really happy to see you as always. God, I love Chris Jones. I knew this was going to be a fun one. Ups and downs, roller coaster like having drinks on it. At Six Flags, we got to run it back this summer.
We shall.
Yes.
We'll be drinking some Liquid Deaths.
I
rolled up here. I was like, I got you drinks. Like, I can't be drinking. I got to watch these kids. I'm like, nah, it's not even like that, man. It's not alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
Drink automatically.
You got some
like
soda water? Nah. It's just wet the whistle.
You already know, man. Yeah, I'm on. Yep, we on different times. Again, we get older and we pay attention to the things that are happening. Like Marty McFly once told the band in Back to the Future, follow the cues, watch for the changes, and try to keep up. All right, our final. We got to do plugs and outros and final thoughts. Gentlemen, do you have anything you want to plug?
I am performing with a tarot card reader in Honolulu this May in Waikiki. I'm gonna drop the date. I think it's the 31st. It's Friday the 31st. Waikiki, Honolulu. It's going to be gorgeous. Performing with a tarot card reader. Lots of magic, suspense, and hypnosis.
That's dope.
Brandon here.
All I got is the mixtape coming out. Therapy Volume 2.
It's hot.
Sick.
Therapy 1 is very good.
And you can listen to some of it on SoundCloud. It's MDM Brando. And yeah. That's all I got right now. The tape will be dropping by the end of the month.
And please send us some music. I'm gonna give you the email to do that after we get done with this nonsense right here.
Gotcha.
Yo, man, you can catch me performing on the bus stop Maybe, kicking it in the lunchroom, cafeteria, or the place I work at. Just slide on through. I'm going to be dropping tables to take care of the aftercare kids. So definitely come holler at me over there. But of course, as always, buy my book. It's on my website, phoenixtown.com, PHYNIX.com. And if you don't want to buy my stupid book, it's called Bound by Loyalty. You can also just look at dumb pictures, watch videos. That website is powered by the Fleeks Group. Hit them up. They are still active doing some sensational work with these damn websites. So God bless them for show. Jessica said, correct to Shauna. Shout out to Jess for showing up. And they said, stay blessed all. Young sister, you stay blessed as well. And my final thought of the day, it comes from the idea of don't panic. Because sometimes the thing that you are panicking for or about will be the thing that will give you the blessing that you didn't even know you needed. All right. And that came from when Ramon was like, hey, man, I ain't going to be able to show up. And I was like, oh, my God, who am I hit up? And I hit up the two people that I normally hit up. And, I had one thing. One guy was just like, man, And then I had another demonstration with a brother like, hey, and then I tried to call somebody voicemail. And then somebody who I would normally call. He don't really come in like he used to. I know he busy. And then for some reason, it just hit me upside my ignorant ass dome like a homie socking from In Living Color. Chris was just doing comedy plays. Let me hit Chris Jones up. We always got a report. We always clown.
We do.
Yeah, we goofed the hell off. So I know that we can do something fun for this little ignorant ass broadcast. And sure enough, it just so happened to work out where you were able to peel up for the choppy chop. So I greatly appreciate it.
I slept on an airplane to be hanging out with you, and I am grateful. I'll sleep on any plane to talk and hang out with you.
Thank you. And I will sleep with almost anyone to hang out. Our last song of the
Corbin
day.
Dallas. Dallas, my man.
Dallas, my man. Oh, my God. Shout out. Shout out to both of you gentlemen. Thank you for coming in. And shout out to that doggone movie, Fifth Element. Saw it in the theaters. Damn classic. Our last song of the day comes from Gabriel Alexander or Gabriel Alex. Either way, it's Gabriel Alexander. He's got some sensational stuff, and I really think you should check him out. And we will definitely have you on this damn playlist for the near future because you hooked us up with some songs. You got a couple of songs in there with some dirty words, but don't you worry. We Bad Waves, and I'm Phoenix the Dirty Bird. You have been listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 16 a.m. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. For the last time today, with the To the Moon, it will be Gabriel Alexander to Break Your Love.
Be careful what you ask, what you asking for. This the type of vibe to leave you comatose. This no prototype, this the antidote. Don't be in denial, I know you feel it though. Yeah, vibe go crazy. If I'm asleep, don't wake me up. I'm not lazy, just at peace when we link up. Feel as high as I do. Besides Travis, I'm the highest in the room. Don't leave me all alone up on the moon. Up on the moon. Feel as high as up on the moon. The room.
All right, y'all. That is it. This is the after party. We're going to make this nice and quick because we all got to hit the streets. These brothers just got off planes, and I need to go take care of people's babies as usual. Hey, man. Oh, I'm so excited. I got a speech I got to give for a graduating class. So, man, it's so crazy to watch them grow up and then to actually me grow up with them. It's, I got to figure out how to word this right. Do it in under 3 minutes and not cry. That is what we going for. Word corrected, say it the right way, and keep it under 3 minutes, and do not cry, because I really, really, really care about this particular group of kids. I love all the children, but I've been with these kids for 6 years, and we done been through some ish. And there's some kids where you're just like, I am so happy you're making me out of here without being kicked out or whatever the hell happened. You know what I mean? Just the whole mentoring process of trying to, get kids to understand, and also without being some dumbass adult being like, oh, you a kid, don't you know, kid? It's like, man, a lot of times the stuff they say, hell, here's a great example. A child said to me, are we off air? Okay. A child said something to me like, I don't give a fuck, Mr. Warren. And I said, well, sometimes, man, there's a lot, we don't have any F's left. I mean, sometimes we don't have it. I understand if you want to stay out here. Find some F's. Literally said find some F's. All right. With that being said, thank you to everybody that, if you listened and watched, thank you. If you just listened, okay, wait, this ain't for you. This is only for the listeners, because y'all are wonderful people for clicking this bullshit. We've got to thank all the artists: Handsome Ass Dan, GT Garza, Kazzy, Sally Green, Mo Fact, Mr. Misfit, CK West, Sassy K, Quest Coast, The Zeta Plan, Pugs Adams, Tabby Yosha, Queso Ram, what's the case with him? And Gabriel Alexander. Also, everybody in the chat, God bless y'all for keeping the chat moving. That would be, of course, Frank Joshua, Sean Chantel, Tashana Atkins, Jessica Barrymore. Thank you guys for keeping the chat going active. And of course, and I'm not about to be a little hoe about it, but we actually touched on it a little bit. Pause. Doing this, coming in here, means so much to me. Just like that whole quarantine thing, as Chris was saying, yes, this is my identity. We moderately accidentally talked about it last week when I was like, this is all I can do. And then we ended up randomly clowning me for having multiple careers that expand over 20 years. There's at least 2 careers that have nothing to do with entertainment that has spanned long. And I was like, well, I guess I can't do something else. But it is our identity. It is who we are as people. And the fact that you would click this bullshit and watch it forever, how long you did, it really speaks to knowing that we are doing good with the people we have chosen to be. All right, sorry, that's enough. Sound like a little bitch ass nigga. Thank you all very much for everything again. And signing off for Brother Brandon, MG? Signing off for MDM Brando, Brother Chris Jones, and Ramon Smith, who is not here. You know how Ramon and I like to